Good evening. My name is Sonam Children, and Paul Lobga Rangzan was my uncle. His name was Lobsang Palden, but we know, loved, and remember him as Lobga Rangzan. He was born in Zakok Tihor Kham in occupied Tibet. After escaping into exile, he dedicated his life to the cause of Tibet. He organized protests, led marches, walks, educational sessions, and car rallies, and knocked on the doors of those in power, lobbied elected officials, mobilized our community, and never stopped fighting for Tibet's independence. For my uncle, Tibet was not a cause, it was his life's purpose. He lived for Tibet every single day, and in the end, he gave his life for Tibet. On July 2nd, my uncle walked to the United Nations dressed in traditional Tibetan clothing and carrying a Tibetan national flag. He planted that flag firmly and raised the words, "Free Tibet" and "China out of Tibet," even when his body was engulfed in flames. Through his final act, my uncle awakened something powerful. He reminded Tibetans everywhere that we share one homeland, one history, and one responsibility. And his message to the Chinese government was clear, that we have not forgotten who we are or our land, our language, our faith, and our history. And over 70 years of occupation and repression have not broken the Tibetan spirit. For more than 7 decades, China has waged a relentless campaign to erase Tibet as a nation. For more than 1.5 million Tibetans have died under occupation. Thousands of monasteries have been destroyed. Over 1 million Tibetan children have been separated from their families and placed in colonial boarding school and designed to strip away their language, culture, and identity. Tibetans are imprisoned for peaceful expression. Religious freedom is tightly controlled. Nomads have been forcibly removed from their ancestral land, and Tibetan language is being systematically replaced, and an entire generation are being pressured to abandon who they are. Yet, despite decades of repression, Tibetans have refused to surrender. And to the people of the world, I want to say this clearly: do not look away. Do not look away and silence yourself about Tibet. For too long, Tibetans have suffered while the world remained silent. 171 Tibetans have self-immolated, crying out for freedom and begging the world to witness what is happening inside Tibet. Their sacrifices were not acts to be forgotten. These are the highest level of non-violent political protest that appeal for justice, dignity, and survival of our nation. And to my Tibetan brothers and sisters, we now carry our responsibility. Let us continue to stand together to protect our identity and remember the words of martyrs, and continue to struggle for the cause they gave their lives to, and to bring back His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama back to Potala Palace in a free and independent Tibet. Pegalo! Perang Pegalo! Perang Pegalo!